Level 1, the beginner. You post your first video at 1 a.m. because you were too nervous to do it during the day. It gets 6 views by morning, and 3 of them are your own browser refreshing to check. You filmed it on a laptop webcam propped on a stack of textbooks, and the lighting makes you look faintly underwater. You spend 2 hours writing a title and end up going with the first one you thought of anyway. Your thumbnail is just a paused frame of your own face mid-sentence, because nobody has told you yet that the thumbnail is basically a tiny billboard competing against 1,000 other tiny billboards for a single thumb's worth of attention. You upload it, close the laptop, and don't check again for 6 hours because checking feels like standing outside a door waiting to hear if a room full of strangers likes you. It doesn't go anywhere. Neither does the second video, or the fifth. You start watching creator breakdown videos at night instead of sleeping, taking notes like it's a class you're secretly enrolled in. You learn there's a real math to this, a subscriber threshold and a watch hour threshold you need before the platform will even let you earn a cent, and at your current pace that finish line is somewhere past the horizon. You keep posting anyway, mostly out of stubbornness. Around video 14, something small shifts, not virality, just a video that holds people a little longer than the others, that a few strangers actually finish. You don't know exactly what you did differently. You just know you want to do it again. Level 2, the grinder. You cross the thresholds. Your first payout lands and it's small enough that you almost laugh, barely enough to cover the cost of the coffee you drank while editing it. You screenshot it anyway, because it's the first proof that any of this is real and not just a very elaborate hobby. You start posting on a schedule instead of a feeling, because you've noticed the channels that survive aren't always the most talented ones, they're the consistent ones. You have a day job, so editing happens after dinner, on your lunch break, in the 15 minutes before bed you used to spend scrolling. Your friends stop asking if you want to hang out on Fridays because you've said no 3 Fridays running for the same reason, there's a video due Saturday morning. Your family is proud in the careful way people are proud of something they don't quite understand. They share your videos to people who will never watch them, and they gently ask if the day job is still going well. Small brand deals start trickling in. A budget headphone company, a note-taking app, offers that pay more for 1 sponsored minute than a month of your ad revenue combined. You take the first one and feel oddly guilty about it for about a day, then you stop feeling guilty and start negotiating the second one. You're learning the tension that will define the rest of this. Content that performs and content that means something to you are not always the same video, and the channels that last are the ones that find where those two things overlap. Level 3, the breakout. It happens on an ordinary Tuesday, with a video you didn't think was your best one. The algorithm disagrees with your own assessment and starts pushing it to people who've never heard of you. The view count does something you've never seen it do, it doesn't slow down overnight. You wake up to a number that used to represent your best month ever, except it's from the last 12 hours. Your subscriber count ticks up in real time for the first time since you started. You cross 100,000, and a small package arrives a few weeks later with a plaque inside it. Holding it doesn't feel like triumph exactly, it feels more like relief, like proof that the 18-month stretch of $40 months and 1 a.m. edits wasn't a mistake, just a slow beginning. You quit the day job with a runway that terrifies you more than any video ever has. The problems change shape immediately. Growing the channel used to be the hard part, now keeping it is. The people who found you through one specific video expect more of that specific thing, and if you drift too far from it, the algorithm doesn't automatically bring your old audience along for the ride. You hire your first editor because you physically cannot keep doing every job yourself and also grow. Your income now looks less like a paycheck and more like weather, a great December, a brutal February, and you slowly learn to budget across a year instead of a month, the way any small business owner eventually has to. Level 4, the brand. 500,000 subscribers, then 800,000. The number stops being the interesting part, because you've learned something the number alone can't capture. There's a difference between people who watch you and people who trust you. Trust means when you recommend something, people actually go buy it. It means a launch day feels like an event instead of a coin flip. You have a small team now, an editor, someone who handles thumbnails, someone managing the inbox that's grown too large for you to answer alone. You're not really a person who makes videos anymore, you're a person who runs a small media operation that happens to produce videos, and those are two very different skill sets, and you're learning the second one in public while still trying to do the first one well. Burnout starts showing up in the comment sections of other creators your size, the "I need to talk to you guys" videos, the hiatus announcements, the quiet disappearances. You recognize the warning signs in yourself before you recognize them out loud. You're posting through days you should be resting, and the audience, when you finally take a short break to test the theory, doesn't actually leave. They come back. You learn, slower than you'd like, that a creator who posts a little less but doesn't collapse every 18 months beats a creator who never stops until they have to stop completely. Level 5, the institution. You didn't plan to end up here. You planned to make videos, then to grow, then, if you're honest, you stopped planning that far ahead at all. Now strangers cite your early videos as the reason they started their own channels. Journalists writing about the creator economy use your name as a data point. You are not the biggest channel in the world, almost nobody is, but you understand something the biggest ones figured out earlier than you did. At this scale, the platform isn't really the product anymore. It's the front door. Whatever you actually built is on the other side of it, and it looks different for every creator who reaches this level because it's built entirely out of one specific audience's trust in one specific person, which means nobody else can copy it, not even if they tried to copy every move you made. What nobody mentions about this level is that the pressure doesn't ease off, it compounds. More subscribers means more expectations to manage. More revenue means more overhead sitting on your shoulders. More visibility means entire channels built around dissecting your every decision. A video you posted years ago, one that doesn't reflect who you are anymore, is still sitting there and always will be, because the internet doesn't believe in rough drafts. You post today's video and the notification reaches millions of phones at once. Some of those people have been there since the 6-view laptop video, and a few of them still comment about it, half a decade later, like it's a shared memory instead of a stranger's old upload. You still read those comments. Especially those ones. Because somewhere around this level you realize the numbers were never really the point was building something that outlives whatever the algorithm currently thinks of it, one ordinary Tuesday video at a time.